Hello, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing fine. This is the match presser, Man United versus Brentford. Reaction. Ruben Amorim's been speaking. We got news in regards to a double blow for Man United in regards to the team selection. And also, who's be playing tomorrow? We're all saying their men's play tomorrow. We're all saying he should, isn't it? But we're going to get straight into that very, very soon, guys. But before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on the video, all that sweet stuff. That'd be absolutely fantastic, guys. Now, let's get straight into it. News coming out of it, obviously, today at the presser of Ahmad's family bereavement. I just want to say condolences to Ahmad's family. Very, very sad news. And he can take as much time as he wants in regards to coming back to the team and let him recover. This is horrible news, and it's never nice to hear, of course, in regards to when these kind of things happen. This is life and real life. And when real life hits you, you have to share your condolences and hopefully, prayers and thoughts with the family. Absolutely on this difficult time. In regards to Mazraoui won't be playing for a number of weeks now. This is a kind of a blow for Manchester United because Mazraoui's just literally come back, hasn't he? Is Mazraoui starting to get into the realms of an injury-prone kind of player? Is he getting injury-prone now? We really like Mazraoui. I think he's very important to the team. It looks like Man United are going to be left with Diogo Dalot as a right wing back tomorrow, and this one really feels the life of fear in me. It really does. It fears me because. Dalot is just one of those players, and he's been injured as well, so he's not going to be exactly match fit, guys. But it is what it is. In my opinion, I would have played Mbeumo on that right hand side. I really would. I'll play Mbeumo on that right hand side. Bruno as a number 10. Cunha as a number 10, Mainu drifting into that midfield. That's what I would have done tomorrow. Really, I would. I don't know why we don't try that. And Mbeumo's played right wing a number of times. I don't know why we just don't go down that avenue and, try something different, But it does look like being Diogo Dalot as the right wing back, of course. Diogo Dalot's experienced, and that's the only thing we can count on, his experience, and that's it, guys, absolutely. But more importantly, I wanted to send my condolences to Ahmad and his family. Absolutely horrible news. Of course, guys. But look, it's a massive game tomorrow, as we've been speaking about this morning. There is no two ways about it. Man United need to win this game. I said it this morning that this is the game that I feel more than Chelsea, because this game could signify a turn, a turn of the corner. If we lose this game, it's like, oh, here we go again. Beat Chelsea, lose against a smaller team. That's what we've been doing. If we win this game, it's like, we're kind of a different team now. We're kind of a different team. And, I really hope we do. I want to get rid of that narrative. Oh, we haven't won 2 in a row, blah, blah, blah. Want to get rid of that narrative. Of course I do, because, that as long as that drags on, the more it's going to be bugging us mentally, in regards to the players on the pitch and stuff like that, guys. But you know what? I'm enthusiastic. Of course, I'm always am. My prediction was 4-1 to Manchester United. I know you're going to laugh at me. I know you're going to say, oh, that's over the top, Sal. That's a little bit too zealous. But I do think Man United are going to win this game. I do think we're going to storm this game. That's not to say that Brentford don't have their players. They have spent a lot of money during the summer. People forget this. They spent 45 million on Ouattara from Bournemouth, of course. So I know that they lost a lot of players, but I don't think they're doing as badly as people think. The thing with Brentford is that they're going to be up for this game. They're going to be ready for this game. This is their final. Every time Man United come to town, it is a final, and that is part of the territory of playing for Manchester United. Brentford would lose to the likes of Burnley. They would lose to the likes of Everton. But when it comes to Manchester United, it's different. It's different. It's like life or death with them. And this is what we have to be careful of, guys. We do. And let me just get into a few quotes from Ruben Amorim before we do anything. Let me just read some of the quotes out. He said, Amorim, Licha is out. Casemiro is out because of the red card. Ahmad is not here because someone in his family passed away. We are giving all the support to Ahmad and understand he needs to return home. So obviously, he does need to return home, is Ahmad. And obviously, that could mean that Ahmad could be out. Probably be back after the international break, but I believe he should take as much time as possible. He also went on to say, Amorim about Mazraoui, he's also out. He will not be back until after the international break. Apparently, he's out for 3 weeks. So, obviously, that's a big blow to Manchester United. Another player that we need. It's probably, if we're, for argument's sake, we could say that Mazraoui has been one of our best signings in the last 12 years. So disappointing to have him out again. We need him. He went on to say, Amram on Bremo, it's really important for everything he has been doing. The light he brings to the dressing room. He is not the guy who talks, but he is always there to help us. He runs a lot, presses a lot. He is a different threat to the last season, and I absolutely agree with that. I think Mr. Mbremo and Brian Mbremo has been an absolute game changer for Man United. And during the summer, when we were after Mbremo, people were telling me, why do we need to sell him? Why do we need to sign Mbremo? What has Mbremo got? Blah, blah, blah. And then obviously now, look, he's becoming our most important player of the season. I really do think that he's got everything. He's got passion. He's got press. He's got crossing. He's got goal scoring ability. Everything about him. And leadership. Leadership. He's a quiet lad, as the quote says. But he's also a lad that, you know what, he produces on the pitch. And that's what's most important for us, of course. Ruben Amorim also said, in regards to this, Amorim on Armand deleting his social media. I say the same thing to all of my players. Shut down social media. It's like that nowadays. It's a price you have to pay. But the club and his friends are real life for Armand. We are here for him. I agree with that. And if I was to urge any player, if I was to give him any bit of advice, it would be to close the social medias down. Look, you know what? My job entitles me to have social media. I have to have social media. But sometimes when you have social media, in particular Twitter and X, for me, it's like, it's always there. It's always there. It's always, someone's always saying something about you, or and it's always in the back of your mind that someone's saying something about me. Why did he say something about me? You know that someone dislikes you and stuff like that. And this is what I miss about the past in a way, This is what I miss about the past in a way, that we didn't know who hated you, who's talking about you, etc. It was just over there. They talk about you, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. These days it's like at your fingertips, and it's very, very hard to ignore it. It is, human nature entails you to look at what someone is saying. It's just the way it is. And as much as you don't want to read it, it is there, and you do read it. You do end up reading it. Someone will retweet it. You'll see it, and that's what happens, And I would urge people to stay away from social media. I would. In regards to Instagram, I don't get much hate on Instagram. I don't think Instagram is that bad. I think it's actually things like Twitter, which are the biggest problems in my opinion. I think they cause a lot of anxiety. They cause a lot of stress. And I think it obviously affects me. It affected me. And I think it can affect players. It definitely can affect players. And and it will affect performances on the pitch, of course. When we're going on with some of the comments of Ruben Amorim's presser, let's read this out. He said, Amorim on back-to-back wins. The best way of dealing with that is approaching every game like it's the last one. I understand the feeling of the fans, so let's start changing that feeling to present ourselves with the urgency of what we need to do on the pitch. Spot on. Exactly what I've been saying. I don't care if Man United play poorly this game. Surprise, surprise, guys. Here's an exclusive for you. I don't care if Man United play poorly in this game. I really don't care. I just care about those 3 points. I want Man United to win the game, even if we win 1-0. We didn't deserve to win and we were lucky. I don't care. We get the 3 points. All the great teams can muster a result when the chips are down and when they're not playing well. Namely Man United back in Alex Ferguson's last season, 2013, we won the league and we were playing poorly. Let's be honest. We were winning games by the odd goal. We were getting lucky coming back from 2-0 to 2-0 down, winning 3-2, things like that. It was a very, very difficult season. And I absolutely agree. We need to get our head down and we need to start winning these games. This, for me, it's going to be a difficult game. Obviously, we've got a couple of injuries and a couple of absentees. And it's going to be a game that we're going to be tested. We know we're going to be tested. And I would have liked to thought that this team are up for it. They're up for the task. We don't generally do well at Brentford. And this is why I say it's such an important game. It is a game that we can either turn a corner or we can, it just be same old, And I don't want to be going into next week with this negative feeling. I want to be going into next week with a feeling that, goodness me, we've got Sunderland and we can win 3 on a row. And I believe we can, guys. And I'm going to be giddy. I'm going to be zealous. And I think Man United will win 3 in a row. After that, it is the international break. And that's the disappointing thing, because it is the international break. And then after the international break, we have the big game, Liverpool, don't we? Biggest game of the season. Amorim said, Amorim on choosing the Premier League proven players. If you look at our moments last year, you want to take less risky move. It's important to have top players in your team. It's important to have not necessarily Premier League proven. It does help to have a little bit of Premier League experience. However, it's not the be all and end all. I wouldn't say it's an absolute that you have you're good enough. It doesn't matter what league you play in. If you're good enough, some of the greatest players in the world have never played in the Premier League, have come to the Premier League and absolutely scored it. It all depends on the attitude and the implementation and, your desire to win. And tomorrow is very, very important for Man United to show that desire, no matter who plays on that pitch, whether they are Premier League proven. It doesn't really matter. I want to see someone given 100% rather than someone who's more talented given 30% less. And that's what I would say, because these are the fine margins between winning and losing, more or less. And playing for Manchester United, it should be a given. You shouldn't have to have me to tell you what you have to give 100%. You have to give your all. You have to get stuck in. You have to be ready. We're Manchester United, you're standing on the shoulders of giants. You don't need me to tell you that what we need to do in the next game, of course. In regards to on building momentum, of course, for me, we cannot control the game. The most important thing is to start the game like we did against Chelsea and Burnley. These kind of games, we need to be really focused and have that feeling of needing to win every single match, of course. Absolutely. Look, momentum's a very, very underrated thing in football. I would say that. And, as I said many times about football is winning is contagious, losing is contagious. And you can get addicted to winning, you can get addicted to losing. And winning is the most important thing to build confidence. It's like a goal scorer needs to score goals to score a number or to go on a winning goal scoring run, so to speak. For example, leaving Sesko at this game for me would represent a huge risk because you're kind of knocking the guy's confidence a little bit when you play in one game, not quite feeling him, and then you don't play him the other game, and that does knock the guy's confidence. Tomorrow could be a game changer for Sesko. Tomorrow could be the game that Sesko scored, and it completely ignited his career at Manchester United. So I would play Sesko tomorrow, and everything is about confidence. Everything. If you're low on confidence, I remember great players who played for Man United who've been low on confidence. I remember a time when Andy Cole was low on confidence and he couldn't score a goal and he couldn't buy a goal. I remember, and these things happen in football, and it can change though. But it just does take a spark and a bit of luck as well. Of course, guys, it does take a little bit of luck as well. Now, guys, going into the double transfer hint, there's lots of rumours about Man United with Baleba and Adam Wharton at the moment. Lots of news circulating about those two players. Those two players could quite possibly be the two players that can fit the void in Manchester United's midfield. Now, a number of us in the stream has spoken about Wharton and Baleba as a midfield partnership. Just the look of that midfield partnership for me looks absolutely tasty, guys. It does look very tasty in my opinion. And to be honest with you, if we had that midfield there, I would look at it. I'm confident. I put my feet up. Do you know what I mean? And I think it would represent a very, very dangerous midfield, in particular the attack we got at the moment as well. Manchester United are looking to offload, as I said this morning, around 4 players to fund these moves. Now, I'm not opposed to that. It does depend who moves. It does depend who gets sold. Now, when you think about what 4 players can leave Man United, it does depend on how much the valuation of those players are. Of course, Luke Shaw needs to leave this football club. He definitely needs to leave the football club. We've also still got Rashford at the football club. We've still got, is it Garnacho? No, it's Garnacho's been sold. Onana is still at the football club, of course. Anthony is still at the football club, of course. So, this is what we're talking about. We don't want Sancho is still at the football club, of course. We don't want to be going into the start of next season with all these players. These players need to be moved on. Not least the other players that are playing for the team right now. I would say Diego Dalot needs to be moved on. Absolutely, he needs to be moved on. I think Mason Mount needs to be moved on because obviously he's injury prone, and I think the injury prone is affecting us. It's affecting us because we need players who need to play. At the end of the day. Let me get into some of your comments. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome everyone. I hope you're blessed. Good to see everyone in the house, of course. Guys, good to see everyone, and big up the legend that is One True Devil. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I think Sal, you know what that means? Dalot right wing back. It's Dal. Yeah, got to you, brother. Thank you so much. Changed my name, brother. Really hope we get the win. Though, you should do the Ahmad selfishness. Come on, yeah, no Ahmad selfishness tomorrow, but I would say that I send my condolences to Ahmad and his family, of course. This is away from football, isn't it? People are going to be jumping on their bandwagon and talking about, I told you, got to be nice to Ahmed and that. It's these in life. Look, guys, let me tell you something. I lost my granddad last year, and I was on stream the same day, and I was very, very down. And the thing is that life moves on. Life is hard sometimes, and I know that. And I send my condolences, and I really pray for his health and his family's recovery, of course, guys, in this difficult time. Thank you so much, Daryl. Good to see you, mate. Big up, my friend. I also watched you on Mo's show last night. Did you see? I didn't see it because I wasn't really looking at the chats. I was just looking at the screen. But thank you so much for tuning in, William. I really appreciate it. It was actually on Mo's and Husam's channel. It was on there. They got a channel together, of course. So, yeah, thank you for joining me on that one. Yeah, I've done quite a bit. I'm going to be doing quite a bit of work with them. I'm looking forward to it. But, yeah, it was a good show. Always battling my corner, always representing Man United to the best of my, even though people don't believe in what I'm saying, people don't believe in Ruben Amorim, they see things from the outside. I'm still going to back the corner. I'm still going to stick to my guns, and I'm still going to, fight my corner to the best of my ability, of course. Big up, William, and thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, Sal. We did have to win tomorrow. Come on, United. We do have to win tomorrow. Absolute FM. We do have to win tomorrow. Of course we do. Very, very important. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the legend that is Gray. How you doing, Gray? Hope you're doing well. I hope everything is blessed with you, my friend. Evening, brother. I hope you're doing well. Please, everyone, can you smash the like button and subscribe and show your appreciation to Sal? Thank you so much, Gray. Absolute legend. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate you, my guy. Absolutely. One of the legends of the Stretford Post, of course, the CEO, Gray, of course. So Amorim is like us. He knows what we feel about our team. I want Amorim to be successful. Amorim, when I look at Ruben Amorim, I'm actually quite feeling concerned about Ruben Amorim because I'm looking at him and he's aging by the day. He's actually aging by the day. I'm seeing him getting older every single day, But managing Man United must be one of the hardest things to do. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, to be honest with you. As he said a couple of weeks ago about things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, and that's exactly right. And we don't know what exactly is going on behind the scenes 100%. There must be a lot going on behind the scenes, but ultimately, Saturday, early kickoff, that is what matters. That is what we're here for. That is what we're waiting for. And we're here to win. We want to see winning football matches. That's what we want. And we've been deprived of wins over the last year, haven't we, to be fair? I actually think Man United will end up winning the game. Let's wait and see. Cunha, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Get this forward back to Portugal. I hope we lose. Cunha, Mateus, that's not Man United for me. If you want to support this great football club, I'll be honest with you, Cunha, that's not the attitude to have, man. Support your football team. I will say that respectfully. Support your football team. When Ruben Amorim leaves, if Ruben Amorim leaves, then you support the next manager. That's how we do things, my friend. That's how we do things. And if you're going to support this football club, understand the heritage of this football club. Understand what we are all about. Because we come from adversity, right? We lost team, we lost players, we lost people playing for this football club. Lives were given for this football club. So we never wish that our football team lose, mate. I mean, that's absolutely, even if you feel like your narrative is being supported, because we live in a world where you just want to be right. So you want something sinister to happen to Man United for that thing to happen. Why don't you do this, Cunha? Why don't you become a positive role model? Why don't you do something with your life? Why don't you actually achieve something? And then you can say, well, you know what, mate, I've achieved something, and I'm not going to wish bad on anyone. I'm just going to support them. And you know what? I hope we win so that we can win titles, and we can win FA Cups, and we can win Champions Leagues, and we can win league titles. Let me tell you that right now. That is how you support a football team. Now, your generation, I don't know what generation you are, but your generation are full of bitterness and sinister vibes. You're all about being right rather than your own football team winning. And I think that's disgraceful, in my opinion. I would say that as a football fan. You don't understand what's going on at Man United. You don't understand the ins and outs, what's going on at Man United. You just see things from results. You get giddy about results. That's it. And that's about it. That's as far as your football knowledge goes. That's it. It's just there, end, dot. That's it. Nothing else, nothing in between, no context, nothing. All right. Be better. That's all I say. Just be better because we are better. That's what I would say in this community. Ephraim, what's going on? Sal, is Mateta in the squad? I haven't seen Mateta in the squad, unfortunately. I'm going to find out, though. Big up, my friend Ephraim. Why not try a Lena right wing back? Why not try a young Leon at right wing back? Still young, could probably do something. Yeah. And Bremo will be it. I think, and Bremo's the guy. I think he can play in that position. I really do. He's played right wing before for Brighton and stuff like that, and he's done very well in those positions, to be honest. And I don't know why we're not trying him. I don't know. There's a number of things that Ruben Amorim is not trying. Let me have a sip of coffee. Yeah, there's a number of things that Ruben Amorim is not trying, and I feel like Ruben Amorim needs to take a little bit of a risk. And it's not much of a risk because we know what Mbeumo can do. But if you play Mbeumo on the right, you can play Bruno as a number 10 and you can play Mainu in the midfield. And what does that do also? We spoke about it this morning. You know, when the game gets a little bit congested in the midfield and you're struggling in the midfield, Bruno can move into that midfield and you can end up with a 3. So with Bruno being at that number 10 and Mbeumo being on the right, you can actually change around the team different ways rather than having, for example, just Cunha and Mbeumo as the number 10s and Bruno as the number 8, because then what do? You can't really change it like that, you know, and unless you want to isolate the other midfielder. Shakti, good afternoon. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. We are seeing Sesko out front for sure because Ahmad missed, which is the only positive we have from our early updates. The only positive is obviously Sesko playing. Obviously, it's not Ahmad. Obviously, what happened to him is absolutely horrific, and I wish him all the best. And my prayers and thoughts with his family at this difficult time. What I would say is that Sesko is very important for Man United tomorrow. I said it this morning. Look, if I'm a player playing for Brentford, I don't want to be playing against Benjamin Sesko. I don't want to have Mbeumo on the right and have Benjamin Sesko up front, you know, with Mbeumo whipping those balls in. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to have that. It's difficult. You know what I mean? Even if you thought about it, having a player 6'6" in Sesko and having Mbeumo whipping those balls in, you don't want to see it. You don't want to be playing against that, do you? If I'm Brentford, I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping we play against Mason Mount, and that's what I say. I think Sesko is very important tomorrow. I think we do need to play him, if I'm being honest. Joe, afternoon, Sal. Watched your morning show on the catch-up. Great show, like always. But it's a massive blow with the Ahmed, and my prayers go out to his family, absolutely, and big blow with Mazraoui. But with Diego Number, absolutely, Joe. Big up, Joe. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, what I would say is that the Mazraoui situation is not good. He's been one of our best players, of course, and he's been out for a while. You know, he's getting injury prone. Is it an injury? He's getting a little bit on rocky grounds, isn't it, when you think about Mazraoui now? Because, you know, when players start getting an injury, then they get an injury straight after an injury. That's when you start to get a little bit worried and a little bit concerned about the player, you know, and you have to be, you know, and especially that player because he's so versatile. He can play the right wing back. He can play the centre back. Some may say he can play midfield. You know, and I feel like, you know what, we haven't got the rub of the green in regards to injuries. We ain't. And I don't know what's going on with our medical department. I don't. And I've been talking about our medical department for many, many years, you know, and I just feel like we keep getting these injuries and it's no coincidence. Absolutely not. However, we have got Diego Dallo. Diego Dallo is an experienced player, and hopefully Diego Dallo could turn up against Brentford. I really do. I worry about him. I do. I'm sorry, but I worry about Diego Dallo. He's like a Nana at the right wing back for me. That is what he's like at right wing back. He's like the Onana of right wing backs, of full backs, and I'm worried about him, but I hope he has a really good game. And the most important thing for me is Manchester United winning. Unlike some people think they want Man United to lose. Ridiculous. Calling yourself a Man United fan and then want Man United to lose. Absolutely pathetic. We just beaten Chelsea, by the way. And look, you know, glory Man United. And I hope that all the fake fans leave this football club, you know, quickly as well, because we don't need fake fans. You know, we want fans that are there, ride or die, and are not fair weather fans, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Absolutely not. Sal, we have to change the fitness department. We do, absolutely. It was just the papers now. It's worldwide. It was just the newspapers. In regards to what, my friend? In regards to what? The fitness department do need to think. Ahmad is out as a positive. Now Ruben has to think about. Look, you know what I would say, Dan, bro? I wouldn't talk about positives and negatives about Ahmad at the moment because obviously what's happened with his family, and I want to be respectful in regards to his family because it is a family bereavement, and you know, I really wish well for his family because at the end of the day, this goes beyond football, doesn't it? And I just want to show him respect and condolences to his family, and I hope he comes back stronger. I hope he does, and wish him all the best, obviously, of course, guys. 13,000 subscribers. Come on, guys. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Daryl. Really appreciate that, man. Yeah, 30,000. Let's get up. 13,000, that's not enough. We need 20,000, guys. That's what we need to do. We need to get up to that mark quickly. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Get it in, guys. We're moving up. We want 20,000 by Christmas. That's what we're looking for, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Daryl. And I would rather see Leon than, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on with Diego Leon. And this is something that I pointed out this morning. Is Ruben Amorim a little bit scared to play younger players? Is he scared to take a risk? Now, the fact that Diego Leon is a left wing back, I wouldn't play Diego Leon as a right wing back because obviously you're playing him against Brentford. You think about this, mate. Think about this. He's coming for South America. He's never played for Man United in the Premier League, and then you play him out of position. It's going to be a little bit difficult, isn't it? You know, he's a left wing back. The only thing we can do is we move Diego Leon to the left wing back and we move Dorgu to the right because Dorgu can play on the right, of course, guys. So, but that's not even Dorgu's best position either. So, yeah, it is a dodgy one. I just feel like why don't Man United just play Mbeumo on the right and play Dorgu on the left? I think it's a no-brainer, you know, and it's a very sorry. I would rather see Diego Leon tomorrow than Dallo. Yeah, but different positions though, Joe. That's the thing. Different positions, mate. Diego Leon is a left back, you know, at the end of the day. And as a fullback myself, as a player, if you don't play that position, it's difficult, you know, and especially against Brentford. Brentford will be targeting that side all day long if we do that. I would like to see Diego Leon be embedded into the team a little bit, play a few games here and there. It's a shame that we're not in the League Cup anymore, isn't it? This is exactly the problem now. We play exactly one game a week. It's really horrible, you know, and it feels like months every time we got a game, and so frustrating. Big up, Jenkins. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Johnny, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Damn, I'm going to have to see Dallo and Ugarte starting tomorrow. It's going to be horrible to watch. Going to have to hope players like Yoro, De Ligt, Cunha, and Mbeumo show. I mean, again, Johnny, you're using the low IQ again, Johnny. The abuse on Ugarte. Ugarte doesn't play well because of Bruno in the midfield. It's just that, you know, it's just that because look, you know, I know what you're saying, but you're ignoring what I'm saying. Sometimes you have to listen to learn, Johnny. I'll tell you that right now, respectfully, mate. There's a reason I've got this platform. There's a reason I speak to journalists. There's a reason I know ex-footballers. It's because of my football knowledge, right? And I say that with a humble, right? And I've been in football 40 years. Now, when you think about Ugarte and you think about Ugarte playing alongside Bruno, it's a problem for Ugarte. Now, look, it's not all the be-all and end-all in regards to his performances. I'm not saying it's absolute, that it's Bruno's fault, but Bruno's ill-discipline does cause a problem within that midfield. I don't know if I have to draw you a picture, Johnny. Shall I draw you a picture? Johnny, look, here it is, right? Here we go. Here's the two midfielders, right, mate? There's one midfielder, there's two midfielders there. When Bruno goes that way, right, it leaves the midfielder here, right, isolated. So what happens? The defenders here, the midfield there and the midfield there, they outnumber the midfielder. So when we look at someone like Bruno going out of position, he leaves the midfielder isolated. And then obviously now this is the reason we're attacking Bruno and attacking Ugarte because they're both wrong. You know what I mean? All right, cool. He lost his fat. He lost a relative, mate. He lost a relative. Joe, guys, can we please give us out at least 14,000 over the 14,000 subscribers before the end of the year? He is a fantastic YouTuber. Thank you so much, Joe. Really appreciate you, mate. And thank you so much for your compliments and your support, mate. I really appreciate you every single day, mate. And I've got some great things lined up for the channel. Of course, things are starting to build. And you know what, 14,000, you know, I want to get more than that. I think we can get more than that as a community, and we can pass the word on. I firmly believe we got the best community. I firmly believe this is one of the best platforms in regards to realness and talking it as it is. No fluff, just completely talking it as it is. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joe. You're an absolute legend, my friend. Big up. Daryl, death is part of life, little my bro. I condolence to him as well. Yeah, death is part of life. And a sad part of life. And this is why I say we always need to look after each other. We always need to, you know, show love to each other in a moment of need, because we are all vulnerable at times and we all go through these things. And as much as you're strong, as much as you're macho, and no matter how knowledgeable you are, we're going to go through this thing again. You know what I mean? We're going to go through these horrible moments in life. And this is a guarantee. You know, but you know what these things do, in my opinion, is that they build character. They build character, and you come back stronger. You know, and just hope that your family member is in a much better place. You know, and yeah, look, you know, I would always say that. I worked in a hospital for 5 years, so you can imagine the kind of things that I've seen and stuff like that. So yeah, look, my condolences, and yeah, hopefully he comes back stronger, of course. Big up, RJ. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. You think we'll win? Me too, my friend. RIP. Absolutely RIP, families member. Big up, Kenny. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Bro, Cunha, you don't support United. You fraud. Get out of here. I mean, there's many people out there. Look, you know what? I don't mind opinion. I actually like people have a different opinion to mine sometimes because it makes me think, and it builds up content, and that's what I would say. But what I would say about people who want your football club to lose, that's not opinion. That is, you don't support the football club if you want your football team to lose. You might as well go and support a different football club. In fact, you might as well go and support a different sport altogether. And someone like me who's dedicated, I was a kid when I started supporting this football club, and I supported this football club because of the history and the heritage of this football club, not because we were successful. Unfortunately, there's a lot of new school fans who came on board in the turn of the century. That's not their fault, I know that, but a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them started to support the football club because we were successful. And now the success is dried up somewhat. They're getting angry and they think, I want us to lose, so we get another manager. How can you say that thing has never, those words, that sentence, I want us to lose, has never been said in my mouth whatsoever in 40 years. I can't believe that anyone would want us to lose. Even when Liverpool had the chance to win the title, even them times when I'm thinking like, what, if Man United win, it's going to help Liverpool. Even those times I'm like, no, I don't want us to lose. We just need to be professional. Now, look, you know what? At the end of the day, you think about football, right? Let me think about football. The great thing about English football is that, I take it back to 1994, 1995 when we lost the league to Blackburn Rovers, right? We needed to beat West Ham. We needed Liverpool to do us a favour at Anfield, right? And beat Blackburn. Liverpool had nothing to play for, right? Nothing to play for. Blackburn go 1-0 up. Liverpool equalised, John Barnes, and then Jamie Redknapp scored to make it 2-1 to Liverpool from a free kick. Now, Man United didn't quite do the job. They drew 1-1 with West Ham. Even Ludek McCloskey became the best goalkeeper in the world all of a sudden. And we lost the league title to Blackburn. But that right there represented something for me. It represented something that, I love about English football in particular, right? Is that Liverpool took it seriously. Liverpool didn't want to lose, right? They didn't want Man United to win the league. Of course, they don't want Man United to win the league, but they didn't want to lose. No true fan, no true player wants to lose. You know what I mean? This is not what I have to call a fan. This is not what a fan is, I cannot fathom how anyone could call themselves a fan anyway. It's an insult to me and you, isn't it, Daryl? Big up, Daryl. RJ, having players out is a blow, but it can cause us to be less complacent, in my opinion. True. Big up, RJ. Romano tweet about Ahmad. Absolutely. Win for Ahmad. Kenny. It's going to be Dalot, isn't it? Definitely, Kenny. I can't see anything different. As I said earlier, I would like to play in Bremo as that right wing back, but I don't think we're going to try that in this game, unfortunately. I thought we could have tried that and played in Bruno as number 10, Manu as a number 8, but I don't think it's going to happen. Lunatics hoping we lose. What the fuck? I mean, they are lunatics, mate. Obviously, guys, I never hope we lose games, but I don't blame the guy for not backing Amram. I'm at the stage where Amram has to earn my support. Johnny, you don't blame the guy for not backing Amram. You don't blame a guy who wants Man United to lose for not back. You back your bloody manager, Johnny, or go and support someone else, mate. Back your manager or go and support someone else. All right, don't be a fair weather fan. You're lucky to support this football club, right? With people like me who supported Alex Ferguson in the late 80s and is a big part of our success, right? You go and support your club. Do what you're here for. Support your club and stop moaning. Stop pretending you know about football when you don't, and support your bloody football club. All right, you understand? Support your football club. Support your manager until the manager is no longer at the football club, and then you support the other manager who comes in, and that's it. Your view about Man United not supporting him has to earn my respect. You just support your football club. No one cares about your respect, bruv. No one cares. You know what I mean? You think Ruben Amorim, you know what I mean, who's achieved a lot in his life, cares about your respect, bruv. So what you need to do is show respect. Show respect. Support your bloody football club. Absolutely. Grayo, carry on and you'll be red carded. You have been warned. Absolutely. I don't know why we get him in there. And City fans hoping Pep loses. I mean, look, our City fans, no, they don't. And they're embarrassing us. They're embarrassing people like Johnny. They're embarrassing people like Cunha. And I don't know why he's got the name Cunha in his bloody biography anyway. It's ridiculous. Absolutely. And Johnny, you carry on. You'll be next. If you don't support your manager, I hope Leon gets same game time. Maybe he is playing for the under-21s. Leon's a left wing back, guys. I just want to make you aware, guys, please. He's a left wing back. He won't be playing any football as a right wing back. I just want to bring that into the thing. He's a left wing back. He's not a right wing back. And Man United got Dorgu at the moment. And I think Dorgu's doing okay. I think he's doing okay. I would like to see Diego Leon. And maybe Diego Leon might get some game time against Sunderland. You know, I don't understand why we get these players in and we don't play them, in my opinion. I don't really understand that. You know, I don't. And it's just the way it is, to be honest with you. Now, look, guys. Every single one of us have our own thoughts and principles and own thoughts what the team should be, who we should pick, etc., etc., etc. But at the beginning of the season, I told you lot, right? I told you lot. The low IQ people will come in at the beginning of the season and start blaming Ruben Amorim as soon as they have a chance to blame Ruben Amorim. They're going to blame Ruben Amorim. And we know that the window was a 4 or 5 out of 10, right? And that we all agreed on that the window was a 4 or 5 out of 10, right? Yes, Ruben Amorim is not exempt from criticism. And the Bruno situation in regards to midfield is a big problem for me. But I support the manager and I support whatever he does. When it comes to kick off 3 p.m. tomorrow or 12 p.m. tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, I will be supporting Ruben Amorim. You know, and that's what I do. I don't see anything other than that. I don't see why you would think that, you know what, you're sitting on your high horse thinking that he has to earn my respect. Who are you, bruv? What have you done to have respect in life? Be honest. What have you done? Wake up, go shit, eat, sleep, piss. Is that it? You know what I mean? That's what you do. You exist. Support your bloody football club. That's your duty. That's your duty as a fan. Do it. And that's about it. And that's what I'll say to every single person. It doesn't matter if you want Ruben Amorim out. You have to come in here and support your football team, because I don't like people coming in with the narratives and their own agendas. You know, we got a game against Brentford tomorrow, which is extremely important for Man United tomorrow for us to win the game. We may not win the game. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be supporting the football team until the bitter end. The bitter end. I don't care, you know, about, you know, your agendas with managers and, you know, how you feel about the football team. I've seen a lot more than you as a football fan, you know, and I've seen a lot more. And I still support them. I should be the one who's going, oh, forget him, he's rubbish and that, because what I've seen in my life, you know, because I know standards, I've seen standards. But there's some people just, honest to God, they come out, they think they want the world to burn, and they just want their opinion to be true. That's why they come on there and write paragraphs. You know what I mean? You know, you can fit their life achievements in one paragraph, probably, by the way. You know, and that's what it is. Diego Leon is nowhere near ready. He's struggling in the 2021s. He needs time to settle. I agree. Absolutely. Dallo, Johnny, talking about football is a bit like talking to my 5-year-old nephew about football. So, you know, Google Gaga, enjoy yourself, enjoy the football. Well done, mate. Genghis, Dallo isn't great, but he wasn't that bad time he played, provided an assist from Bremer. Let's hope he has a good game, Genghis, tomorrow. I hope so. We ain't got no choice. Guys, Bruno vacates the midfield. That's the problem. And the other midfielder gets outnumbered. Exactly. Tell him, Kenny. Tell him. Absolutely. I don't think people are quite understand. Only 20 guys. Come on, guys. Smash the lights. Thank you so much, Graham. Big up yourself. Ineos and Glazers out. Absolutely. Guys. Oh, look. I'm willing to give Ineos a chance, but he's not willing to give Amorim a chance. There you go, guys. There you go. Slap, bang. There you go. That's Johnny. There you go. Hey, what's going on, old Trevor? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're blessed, of course. Guys, absolutely. Johnny's on a timeout. He needs to shut up. That's it, right. William, back the club or go back another. United, obviously, not for you. Exactly, William. That's what we're talking about. It's all about backing a club. Of course, my guy. Ellen, good morning. Good evening. How you doing? I'm driving, so I will listen, but smash the like. Thank you so much, Ellen. Good to see you, of course. Joe, they all bell and sound. You're spot on about managers like Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson. There's icon managers for Manchester United. Exactly, mate. You know, these people just want... No, look, at the end of the day, I know when someone wants Man United to lose. Johnny wants Man United to lose tomorrow. You know, that is what it is. So he can come on this channel And he could say, I told you so. I told you. I knew it. I told you. And that's what it is. And that's shameful. That's just, it's unfortunate. Sal, we have some fake fans who are glory hunters. Absolutely, Ephraim. Sal, I'll watch your pre-show and watch along, but I will not comment whether I have not commented during the pre-show. We won the match. Old Trafford, do it then, mate. If it's your superstition, do it. As long as we win the game, my friend. As long as you're here, mate. Join me. Fold your arms. It's up to you, brother. I don't mind. As long as we're all vying for the same thing and we all want Man United to win, of course. That's what it is all about, guys. I supported the club 35 years, mate. Seen a lot of them. Nothing you can tell me. Exactly. Like these people, like honestly, they don't know what they don't know what supporting a football club is all about. They really don't. I've lost hope for these people. Really do. I told you, it's like speaking to my 5-year-old nephew about football. It is. It really is. And that is a compliment for them. Johnny, come on lately. Johnny, come lately. Look, at the end of the day, mate, look, I have to draw him pictures for him to understand football. You know, there are problems at Man United. We know there are problems at Man United, but the problems run deep. But they don't want to listen to that because they see things just from the front of the book. They don't read the book. They probably never read a book. And I would say that these people come on here and he has to earn my respect. You know what I mean? In what sort of aspect does he have to earn your respect? What's that? You know, at the end of the day, you know, you should just support your football club and that's it and hope that we win and be Ruben Amorim's army all the way until he's no longer Man United manager. And I say this all the time. I say this on big platforms as well, is that you support your football club until he's no longer the manager of this football club. How will our right wing back and left wing back look like tomorrow? I'm guessing, Gershon Bob, what's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I'm guessing it's going to be Diego Dorgu and Dalot. I don't know what you feel about that. It's not my favorite, but I'll just be like, come on, guys. We've got to win that game tomorrow, of course. Jengas, big up. Lots of these trolls on these fan channels that pretend to be United fans, see them quite a mile away. They pretend to be Man United fans. Some of them, they are Man United fans, but they just don't understand being a fan, what fan is all about. They don't understand what it's all about. So they're just fans by name, not fans by anything else. You know, they don't really understand what the nitty gritty is about supporting a football team. Absolutely. Old Trafford, once I put my foot up for 15 minutes when Man United scored and came back and won the game, forever United. Big up Old Trafford, my friend. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but any fan that comes on here and says they want Man United to lose is not a United fan, in my honest opinion. Grayo, you know, what are we doing here? You know, at the end of the day, you know, we support our football team and we don't support people who don't support our football team, you know, at the end of the day. And one more from anyone else who comes on here saying they want Man United to lose and claim to be a Man United fan will be blocked. If you're a fan of another club and you want us to lose, I don't mind that. Honestly, Grayo, because if they support Liverpool, they support Arsenal, I don't mind people coming on this channel and speaking in a constructive way, guys. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Here we are. Yeah, Mazraoui's injured for 3 weeks. Exactly right. Absolutely, mate. Look, Grayo, you've been a fan since the 70s, mate. You've seen it all, right? Grayo's seen it all. Sometimes Grayo's pissed off. Sometimes Grayo's had enough of football. Sometimes he had enough of Man United. Sometimes Grayo switches off at halftime because he's angry. Why does Grayo feel like that? Because he doesn't support the football team? No, he feels like that because it hurts. It hurts. And it hurts me. We don't want our football team to lose. You know, we recognize and we remember Man United from the greats. Do you know what I mean? But what's the overriding similarity between me and Grayo? We may disagree on some things. We may agree on some things. But one thing is similar, me and him share, is that we want us to win. No matter what. Whether it's the right football team, whether it's the wrong football team, when it comes to kickoff, we want us to win. And that's what it's all about. And when you're on these watch-alongs, you will see how much we want us to win. Absolutely. So bored, William. So bored of the idiots attention seeking. Go and support Liverpool. If you can't support, yeah, Alex Ferguson said, if you can't support us at a bad times, don't support us at a good times. Absolutely. Old Trafford, that's what it means for us. Man U winning every single time they play. Usually, matches are broadcast late at night here, winning good sleep. Old Trafford, me too. I'm in the UAE at the moment, so when Man United play, it's usually 3 hours ahead. 3 hours ahead of England. And in October, it goes to 4 hours, because the time doesn't change here. So it goes to 4 hours in October when England goes out back an hour back as well. So, yeah, it is late here for me as well. So the 8 o'clock kickoffs will be like 12 a.m. kickoffs and stuff like that. Don't let Johnny support advice. Bigger Sal, bigger on winning Brentford. Come on, Dan, bro. That's what it's all about, my guy. I feel the same way, bro. And I was on about the slander was in the newspapers. Now it's worldwide. I know, mate. It's ridiculous at the end of the day. I try to stay away from the news. I try and stay away from all that. I mean, my country is getting, guys, absolutely. I started my comments with, I never hope to lose, and plant a seed, and you agreed with a Pratt who said he hopes Man United lose, mate. At the end of the day, guys, you agreed, Johnny, you agreed with someone who wants us to lose. My opinion to you, right? You support your football team. You support your football team. That is what I'm advising to you. Whether you don't believe in it and you want Ruben Amorim to earn your respect, you know what will happen if you to earn our respects, mate? Support your football team and you'll earn our respect and you'll earn my respect. I respect your opinion. I always do. I read out everyone's opinion. I look, guys, every single opinion on here gets read out, even though I disagree. There's not people who do that, when I put down this stream, right? When I go and sit down and relax, my throat is dry from all the comments I've been reading because I care about people's comments. I don't just brush you off like other channels. But what I want a constructive argument. I know you, Johnny. I've read every single one of your messages. I know what you want, and you don't come across a guy that wants Man United to win. You come across a guy that wants Ruben Amorim gone. And that would mean that, you being right. What do you get out of that? Who cares? If I'm right, if you're right, if he's right. We want Man United to succeed. We lose. Every one of us lose. And that's what it's all about. And that's what I would say about that. But no more of that. If you agree with someone who wants the manager out, who wants Man United to lose, you also want Man United to lose. So you're trying to basically justify what that gentleman said earlier. What the Cunha is his name. The gentleman said earlier. You justified that. I understand that. But you shouldn't even entertain it as a Man United fan. Ephraim, Sal, I laugh when people say Amorim has to earn my respect. Why? Because, they don't. I don't know, mate. This is good. Bro, stop the bullshit like Sal has said, is support the manager and team highs and lows if you support United. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's about. This is why I ignore some toxic United fans. Yeah, absolutely. And guys, what it is, and ignoring all that, the negativity and stuff like that, at the end of the day, Johnny, I would love us all to have egg on our face, and not egg on our face through I'm right, you're wrong. Egg on our face because, egg on their face. Because we won the league or we won the Champions League. But we're not going to get nowhere like this. We're not, honestly. Starting again, doing again. So a little bit of patience. It's been 8 months, for crying out loud. 8 months. It took Jurgen Klopp 5 years. It took Arteta 5 years to do nothing, William, Amorim can turn things around, and I watch it. Look, tomorrow, no one doubts that tomorrow is going to be a very, very important game, guys. Tomorrow is extremely important for Man United. And I hope we win, and I really do. If we lose, we're back to square one, ain't we? And I know that. I will critique where I need to critique, and I will praise where I need to praise. But I'm never going to want my team, the manager, sacked. I'm never going to say, get him out of my club. He needs to earn my respect. Because indirectly, people think I'm stupid. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I know when people are planting the seed. I've been in this game a very, very long time. I speak to journalists. I know the technique. I know all these little nooks and crannies that they try and technique to do to create a narrative. You know what I mean? I know what they do, you know, absolutely. Guys, by the way, we'll have Ben Jacobs back on the show in October. Guys, he will be back on the show. He's abroad at the moment, but he's going to come back on the show, guys. So at that time, it will be about mid-October. So when he does come on a week before the show, I want you to get your questions in, and I'm going to ask the questions for you, of course. I understand Rants and Saeed, guys, TV, long time ago. Look, you know what I would say, guys? I respect anyone who's on the grind. I respect everyone who's doing their thing. I respect everyone who's doing their thing, of course. But what I won't have is people who use platforms in a sinister way. And they create a negative sort of vibe going on, right? I don't understand it. Fair play to them. They get likes, they get clicks and stuff like that. And that's up to them. And I know how hard this game is, right? But, you know, I just feel like they need to support their football club. Some of them don't support their football club. They don't even support Man United. And I know that is quite obvious. Dan, bro, it's important that our unbeaten run continues as long as possible. I agree, absolutely, Dan, bro. It's very important that Man United's unbeaten run carries on. Tomorrow, if Man United beat Brentford, like I said, we haven't had a good record against Brentford. And that's not just Amorim, that's with Eric Ten Hag and other managers in the past as well. We haven't really had a good record against Brentford. So I am so interested to see what happens in this game. We lose to Brentford, the Chelsea game doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's same old, same old. Man United, for me, I would love Man United to get 7 points from the next 3 games, minimum. 7 points, which means we beat Brentford, we beat Sunderland, and we at least draw against Liverpool. 6 will be not the end of the world because we lose to Liverpool, and Liverpool will have spent $1 billion and they're champions already. It won't be the end of the world, but what I would say is that 6 points will be a little bit disappointing. If we can try and get something for Liverpool, we got something for Liverpool last season. So if we can try and get something for Liverpool, it'd be great. I actually feel if Man United win tomorrow, we'll beat Sunderland. And then all of a sudden, guys, we've won 3 in a row. And that is how football can change. Now, guys, let me give you this scenario, right? I want to give you this scenario. Okay? When the season started, a lot of people said Man United won't even come in the top 6, right? That's what people said. Now, when we lose to Man City and Arsenal, and we shouldn't have lost to Arsenal, we were very unlucky to lose to Arsenal. We should have beaten Fulham, and the whole narrative would have been different, isn't it? That's the fine line of football. But when we lost to Arsenal, unluckily so, we dominated the game. We lost for a mistake. People are jumping on get Ruben Amorim out. But a lot of those same people were saying that I'll be happy with top 8, right? So Arsenal and Man City have spent more than Manchester United and came ahead of Manchester United in the league. So what are we doing here? What are we expecting here? You know, the fact that we outplayed Arsenal is something in itself. Man United should quite literally have probably 3 more points on the board right now. You know, 3 more points on the board right now. And then things will be looking a completely different scenario, won't they? Now, if Man United go and beat Brentford and we beat Sunderland, we're way up there, guys. Right? So at the end of the day, when you look at Newcastle lost 12 games last season. 12 games last. Guys, let's get 14 more likes to 50, guys. Let's get 14 more likes, guys. Come on, guys. Smash the like buttons. Do that for me, please. Grayo, you lovely person. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Jengas, I believe Amorim will leave a lot of these I told you, mans, with egg on their faces. Yeah, I hope so. But I'm not here for self-righteousness. I'm not here for an ego boost. I'm not here to be right. I would happily be wrong 1,000 times out of 1,000 if it meant Man United being successful on the pitch. And that is all I care about. Because when we won the treble, when we won the double, when we won the double-double, when we won the Champions League and Premier League double, I had my doubts. I had my arguments. I was wrong a couple of times about certain players. I agreed. I was right a lot of times about certain players. I was right about the team. I was wrong about the team. And every single time we're right and wrong at the end of the day. If you're so right and you're so righteous, then do the lottery and win it. You know, at the end of the day. And this is what I'm saying, you know. But 100% Jengus. I hope Man United gets successful, and I hope Ruben Amorim doesn't. I hope he's successful. I really do. And the funniest thing is that those same people will not turn around and come back later and say, Sal, you're right, you know, I apologize. None of them. Nothing at the end of the day. Absolutely. Benny, sorry, only getting on now. Amorim at highest XG in the league. Things are slowly turning for us. Then we click. People won't be long shutting up. We give the manager to what he took us Belabor Wharton. And people are not mentioning that. People are happy to say, oh, yeah, I'm willing to give Ineos time, but you're not going to give Amorim time. Ineos, who didn't back him and gave him a 4 out of 10 window. We should have Wharton and we should have Belabor right now. No, we shouldn't be waiting until the summer or January for signings. We should have that midfield in right now. Why haven't we got that midfield in right now? Oh, because of Ineos. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, in their vanity project. And that's what we're talking about here. You know, at the end of the day, I envisioned this will happen. 9 of those players, 9 played in the Europa League final. 9. You know, and how do we expect players, right, to miraculously become these world-class players? Ruben Amorim, the only criticism I give Ruben Amorim, and people know this, is probably Luke Shaw as a centre-back and Bruno Fernandes as a number 8. And I'll put the blame on him. But that's not the reason that we're exclusively losing games. We're losing games because we have a lot of players there that are used to losing games. And that's what it is. Big up Grayo, my friend. Big up my bro. Thank you so much. Joe, some of these Manchester United fans piss me off. They expect we should win the title each year. Ruben needs time. And to be honest, he is going the right way. Joe, he does. Look, Joe, you know, I'm not saying I'm not the opinion police. I'm not Man United Twitter police. I'm not social media police. You can have your opinion about football, but I like people to test me mentally. I like people to test me. Test me. Why? Why do you think that? What is it? The reason you think that? You know, when you agree with someone and you co-sign something, a fan that has just come on this stream and said, I hope Man United lose. This is what he said. I have no respect. I don't care what context you're trying to put it in or what how you're trying to twist it. Never in my life, as soon as I see someone who pretends to be a Man United fan and says they hope we lose, straight away, I don't entertain anything they say, and I don't take anything they say seriously anymore. Guys, we've got Brentford tomorrow. Brentford is a massive game for us. You know, we win the game against Brentford. We got a massive game against Sunderland. We win a game against Sunderland. You know, historically, guys, it takes a spark for us to ignite something, you know? We don't always have to agree. I don't agree with Benny all the time. I don't agree with Joe all the time. I don't agree with Daryl all the time. I don't agree with Gray all the time. But we all have the same common narrative here. We want Man United to win. By hook or by crook, we want Man United to win. At the end of the day, when that 90 minutes goes, it doesn't matter how we play. When we beat Burnley in the last minute with a penalty, I don't think any of us really gave a damn how the game went or how we won the game. All we cared about is that we won the game. And that is how it should be, you know? And as I said, I'll take it back to when Alex Ferguson won the league in 2013. We weren't playing vintage football. We weren't playing great football. But we won the league, and I don't think any of us cared. All we think about is that Robin van Persie volley from the Rooney pass, you know, and that's what it is. Big up, Joe. It's good to see you again, my friend. Hope you're doing well, of course. Grayo, Sal, and a massive congratulations. Thank you so much, brother, on reaching 30,000 subscribers. Excellent work, brother. You have done so well on the road to 14,000 now. Well done, brother. Thank you so much, Grayo. Really appreciate you, brother. And you know what? I would be nothing without this community. You know, Grayo's been here. He's seen it grow. You know, and I have nothing but love for the community and nothing but respect for you guys, because you are the reason, absolutely, you are the reason that this channel continues to grow, and we will continue to grow. You know, we will continue to grow, and we will get up there. We will get there. We'll get to that 100K mark in no time, guys. We really will. People think we're going to stop. We're not going to stop. We're going to carry on going. We're going to carry on fighting. We're going to carry on doing it. And that's what I'm talking about, never giving in. Never give in. Even if it's small blessings, even if you get 1 subscriber one day and 1 subscriber less days, you know what? We're going up that pie chart, guys. We're going up that tally chart like this, you know, and we're going to win in the ultimate. And it's the bigger picture I'm talking about. Like Man United, we get those odd losses. You know what? Things don't go as well. But ultimately, as long as we're going like that, it's the most important thing for me. And I believe we will. Absolutely. Big up, Graham. Thank you so much, my friend. Johnny, Johnny, we got options. That is true. Just try and keep positive, mate. Yeah, results been tough. But it's not the manager. Some of the players that ain't up to it. You got to give the manager a bit longer. I won't even call out the manager until he's gone. If he goes and then, you know, then it's so be it. Man United back in Europe next season is a must, and Champions League spot would be a magnificent. If Man United qualify for the Champions League, Dan. If Man United qualify for the Champions League, It'd be absolutely incredible, mate. I think that'd be a phenomenal achievement, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Johnny. No problem, mate. Take it easy, man. I can't change you, Johnny. I can't. I've given up, Johnny. I tried my best, mate. I have nothing but love for you, brother. But you know what? I can't change it. We have banter and that. We have that. But come bring some positive vibes in my life. Go, give me some positive vibes, Johnny, please. Alan, 100%. He's only half the players. He needs to turn the squad around. We only got half the job done. This is the thing as well. We're winning tomorrow. Come on, Saviour. Big up, Saviour. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Hello, Sal. Big up, Vishwa. What's going on? Happy Friday. Winning the next 2 games will boost the players' confidence. Absolutely. My biggest disappointment, Vishwa. My biggest disappointment is that we got the bloody international break after the Sunderland game. Imagine we win 3 in a row and then we got the international break. And we know what happened in the last international break when we beat Burnley. And then we lose to bloody Man City, didn't we? But anyway, that shit will come when it comes, of course. Absolutely. Big up, my friend. Big up, my friend. Big up. Grayo, you legend. Thank you, brother, for your generosity and kindness. You're an absolute diamond, mate. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, mate. And when I meet you, I'll buy you a few drinks, mate. Rounds on me, mate. Rounds on me. All on me, mate. It will all be on me. Everything, meal, drinks, everything. And you know what would be great, guys? You know what would be great? If Man United win the league or Man United win a major trophy, right? Man United win a major trophy and we do a link up with the community. Wouldn't that be incredible? That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? At the end of the day, guys, absolutely. Benny, thank you so much, Grayo, again. Legend. Absolutely brilliant. The CEO of Stretford Post, and that's what it is, guys. As I said, guys, this channel will grow, and when this channel grows, I'm going to remember the people who were there at the bottom when we were like struggling with 2,000 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And we've grown in 1 year to fill 13,000, which is incredible. And I appreciate everyone. It's a small number in comparison to other YouTube channels. I know that. I'm under no illusions about that. But you know what? Every little drop, guys, eventually the pot will be full. Absolutely. No, we've had our disagreements, Sal, but it's all about common goal and United back to where we truly belong. Exactly, Benny. Benny, you know what? I remember going to Old Trafford, right? And I remember many times the game was going wrong. And, and I used to have a season ticket. So I used to sit next to the same person every day and we'd have our arguments and that. But I tell you what, when we're scoring a goal and we're winning that game, we're hugging. That's what we're hugging. We're celebrating together. We're celebrating. And that's what it's all about. Ultimately, it's all about winning. And that's the joy of football, of course. Absolutely. Big up, Benny. Absolutely. Jengus, I see the shoots of recovery. Sal Sesko will be a machine once he settles in. We just had a bit of luck with injuries, especially with Cunha and Bremer and Sesko. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jengus. Spot on, Sal. You keep. We'll reach to 100 subscribers. Thank you so much, my friend. We will reach there, guys. The time will come, guys, and we will get to where we need to go. We get to the goal, guys. Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Have a lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to smash a like as well on the way out, guys. We should have 50 likes today. Shouldn't we? Guys, I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. And I'll see you tomorrow for this is Chatterbox, by the way, not Breaking Dawn. Goodness me, I'll get there. I'll be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. And guys, don't forget to smash a like on the way out. And don't forget to put your notifications on, guys. Absolutely. Joe, it sounds like a plan. All rounds on Sal, outside of Joker Power for me, and top maybe. For FA Cup would be fantastic. See, I think if Man United come out this season with European football and an FA Cup, we will get European football. We get FA Cup. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Guys, look, you know what? There's no hate in this stream. I don't hate anyone. I joke about, I banter. I don't dislike anyone, right? But what I would say is support your football club. Just support your football club. And maybe, just maybe, that energy right there might just take us to somewhere promising. Do you know what I mean? You never know. Guys, have a great evening, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. Take it easy. Peace.